Alright, guys, today is September 22nd, 2023. There was a scheduled sentencing hearing for Douglas and Nathaniel Cullison today, who brutally beat a homeless individual in a so called citizen's arrest back in 2022. At that hearing, both of them pleaded no contest to a third-degree assault charge, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. So they pled down out of a felony into a Class 1 misdemeanor, didn't even plead guilty, pled no contest, and both of them received 1-year deferred sentences, which means they're on probation for a year. After that 12 months is up, even this Class 1 misdemeanor will not be on their criminal record. It will not count as a conviction, assuming that they pass their 1-year probation and the deferred sentence is completed. So, yeah. Their wife and mom, Maria Teresa Cullison, has also doubled down and initiated a lawsuit against the homeless man. And we also learned today that the internal affairs investigation is completed. All of those documents were released in a public records request to the Pueblo Chieftain. I also obtained these documents. There was an 89-page internal affairs report, which was heavily redacted. In fact, the very last 3 pages of the report, where the conclusion is, right at the conclusion, the first 2 paragraphs are redacted. There's one paragraph which reads, "During this investigation, it is important to note that I did not rely on hypothetical scenarios as a means of identifying inefficiencies within the investigation. My approach was rooted in gathering factual evidence, officer statements, and real-life observations to ensure a comprehensive and accurate assessment of the existing challenges." And then the entire next 2 pages are completely redacted. Here's what we do know. Officer Michael Wagner left the Pueblo Police Department during the investigation before it was concluded. I believe he's at another county sheriff's department. I have not confirmed that. But there is another Michael Wagner at a different county sheriff's office. Photos look strikingly similar to him from what I can see. So I'm pretty sure he's at that sheriff's office now with no discipline. Officer TJ McClellan, who was under Michael Wagner's watch, received no discipline as well, as he was a new recruit in training. It's interesting to note here that we know that Officer McClellan fist bumped with Nate on the scene, and after the fact, we had seen that him and Nate Cullison were friends together on Facebook. So, I mean, that suggests that they did personally know each other, yet in his report here, he states, this is his, I'm sorry, not his report, his memo to the Internal Affairs Department. This is what he wrote in his letter to them, basically justifying his actions. "While waiting for the citation to be issued, I contacted one of the involved parties who was wearing a gray tank top with gray shorts and glasses. He explained that his mom got punched and spit on, so he came to the location, and when he arrived, he saw," it's redacted, the homeless man's name, "fighting his dad, so he helped wrestle him down." If you say so, man. Officer Baca admitted what we have been telling you all along, that he did in fact view the video, despite Pueblo PD's insistence that there were, quote, technical difficulties in viewing the links in the email, which was complete and utter bullshit. All of those links worked on the day Officer Baca received it, and he even states in his memo to IA, "The day after, I observed several portions of the video, and despite having the links to the videos, I decided I would go to Nick's Dairy Cream and request the video in USB format so it would be easier to tag in the Pueblo Police property and evidence. However, solely due to my own error and complete lack of urgency, I pushed it off to focus on different tasks at the time. In my honest and complete solo error, I never went and retrieved this video. Also, due to my error, I never recorded a supplement for receiving the email or video links. I genuinely believe that the incident was handled when I gave a citation, and I believed that the assault portion was covered and he did not wish to pursue charges, which is where my lack of urgency comes from. I failed to obtain proper information and conduct proper follow-up regarding the assault portion, and I failed to conduct a proper investigation. I will never make an excuse for myself if I mess up, and I ultimately, solely due to my own errors, I will take complete and full responsibility for the entirety of this incident from beginning to end. Nothing further. Signed, Officer Javier Baca, number 15774. So, at least he admitted that, he did view the videos and never followed up and signed to that. For this, Baca and Sergeant Heblinger received only letters of warning for their incompetence that day and were ordered to attend further training. Chief Knoller also had some choice words, noting there were no pictures, there is no body-worn camera. Note that this was typed on May 3rd before the body-worn camera evidence came out on May 9th, because it actually did exist. But I digress. Let me go on with this quote here. There are no pictures. There is no body-worn camera. There was initially no detailed report, no victim statement, no witness statements, no follow-up pictures a couple days later, no attempt to see if there was a video of the incident. Nothing. Just notes on a ticket. And we will have that entire 3-page letter available for you to download. In fact, all these internal affairs documents are available in the link in the description. At the very bottom of the letter here, it goes on to say, "We set the standard." And there's a big black redacted portion where the chief of police name and signature block is. I guess they didn't want people to know that this was the chief of police's email to all the staff. Even the from is redacted at the top of the email. Yet they named the PDF chief's email to staff, so we know it was the chief who authored this. Anyhow, just so we're aware here, Doug and Nate Cullison are still defendants in the civil battery lawsuit. Their next hearing will be October 9th, 2023 at 2 p.m. It will be a virtual meeting. I'll have a link to the Webex information also in the description. And a link to this story as well. So that's the update, guys.